Hey everyone, this is Lomi, and I am sick, but I will do my best to not cough into the microphone. Today I'm going to be cleaning up this doll. This is the head that came with my sister's soul doll body. I asked her if she wanted to keep it, and she played with the idea, but she decided ultimately this head is not really something that fits with her doll plans. So now I'm going to clean her up. As you can see, this doll has the original company faceup, but it's gotten dirty through the years. It's got a lot of dirt and smudges, especially around the eyes and the forehead. The goal with this doll is to clean it up without damaging or removing the faceup. Accidents happen, so I can't promise that the doll will make it through totally unscathed, but I'll show you my favorite methods for cleaning a doll's faceup without removing it, because over time, your dolls will get dirty. So first up, most importantly, we are going to be using clean water. This is just room temperature water with nothing in it right now. You always want to start with water because when your doll is sealed with a lacquer sealant like Mr. Super Clear, the faceup becomes waterproof. A good deal of the dirt should wash off just with water. But if you're really worried about it, you also have the option of using regular dish soap. Dish soap is gentle and safe for dolls. It won't harm the faceup, it won't harm the sealant, and it should get any of the stubborn dirt off. I'll be using cotton balls dipped in water first just to see what happens. That should give us a good idea of what to expect. When cleaning your doll, you'll want to move the cotton swab in gentle circular motions. That way, if anything gets caught under the cotton ball, it won't leave any straight scratches across the doll's face. I see some of the dirt is coming off, but not a whole lot. If you're worried about how anything is going to affect your doll, you also can start by cleaning the head cap. This will get dirty over time too. You can see it has a lot of smudges on it. So I'm going to add a bit of soap to another container of water. It doesn't need a whole lot, just a few drops. And then I'll stir it with my fingers. That way it's not super soapy. That's taking off a little bit of dirt, but it's still not quite enough. I'll go ahead and wipe down the doll's whole head with this, but then I'm going to switch to something a little bit tougher. On this particular doll, I haven't removed the eyelashes, as you can see. If you're just doing a quick wipe down, it's not really necessary to remove them. But if you're going to be doing anything major, you may want to. They can always be reapplied later. If you're not sure how to work with eyelashes, I already have a video about them up. Just in case anyone is wondering, this doll is a Soul Doll Apple. We purchased her second-hand through Den of Angels. This particular doll seems to have been out of production for a while. Even though she's older, she's been really well kept, and this amount of dirt is pretty normal for a doll that's this old. By now I think I've gotten all the dirt off that's going to come off with just water and soap. Next up, we're going to use a magic eraser. This is a cleaning sponge made of melamine foam. Zoom that out a little bit here so you can see it. This foam block is a little bit bigger than what I like to use for dolls. I usually cut mine down into small pieces. The corners are the best parts because you can get into tight spaces around the nose and eyes to clean with. Cutting up your block gives you a lot more corners to work with. We'll dip the sponge into the water. This is the water with soap. Squeeze out the extra, and then very, very gently draw it across the surface of the doll's faceup. You have to be extra careful when using a magic eraser, because this is a very fine sanding sponge. What it's actually doing is not just removing dirt, but it's actually taking off the top layer of sealant. On most company faceups, this isn't really a problem because they use a lot of layers. But you may want to touch up your doll's faceup afterward by putting on a new layer of sealant. This ensures that the next time you have to clean the doll's faceup, you won't end up rubbing through the sealant and damaging the paint underneath. You can see already that her face is so much cleaner, just with gentle swipes. We're not scrubbing hard, just lightly drawing it across the surface. You can see even problem areas like these smudges around the eyes will come up, without damaging the eyebrow. She's looking fresh and beautiful now. All she needed was a good cleaning. As a word of caution, make sure you know what kind of sealant is used on your doll. Some artists prefer acrylic sealants that they can use with an airbrush. If your doll is sealed with an acrylic, it's much easier to rub through it, and it's also not completely waterproof. Make sure you know what you're getting into before you take the leap. I would hate for anyone to damage a face-up they loved by trying to clean it. I'll clean up the last few smudges and then remove her eyelashes. That way I can spray a top coat of sealant on her to protect this face-up for future owners. Once the doll's face and head cap are clean, I go back to regular, clean water and rinse everything off. This will remove any of the soap that might be left on the surface after washing. The soap could interfere with the sealant, so we don't want it to be there. Make sure you clean the whole head, including the back and behind the ears, not just the face. There we go, now she just needs time to dry. After the doll is resprayed with a matte sealant like Mr. Super Clear, you may notice that the glossy parts like the lips are not as shiny as they used to be. That's normal and easily fixed by using gloss over the top of the new sealant to restore the shine. It won't need much, just a touch. After I get the eyelashes off, I see that a lot of them are kind of bent and some are broken off. So I go ahead and put on new eyelashes too. And there's the end result. She's not 100% new again, but she's definitely much closer. This face-up is clean, the eyelashes are brand new, she has fresh gloss, and she should be beautiful for years to come. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining me again. Bye.